G'day fellas and welcome to a casted game. We are here on the brand new expansion for Age of Empires 4. This is the Sultan's Ascend. Spawning in on the north side of the map in the color orange, playing as the Japanese, we've got Louis MT. And on the south side of the map, representing Team Liquid in the color red, playing the Ayyubids, we've got Demu. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We are here on Golden Heights, and boy oh boy have we got ourselves a battle for you today. These two civilizations are considered by many to be the best on-water civilizations that there are. And there's a couple of good reasons why. Number one, our civilization in the north, the Japanese, have the cheapest fishing boats in the game by far. Instead of paying 75 wood for their fishing boats, you pay 45. And the Ayyubids on the south side here, while they pay the full price for their fishing boats and the full price for their dock, actually, do they pay full price for their dock? No, they don't. They pay half price for their dock. They have a very fast age up. And not only is it faster, but it's also cheaper. All in all, when I did the math on it, it worked out to be about 90 seconds faster. And that's quite impactful, because if you can get towards the enemy dock before they get any boats out, they're going to be in a little bit of strife. So we'll watch and see exactly how it unfolds. My suspicion, though, is early on, though, I suspect that Demu will have the advantage here on the Ayyubids, just because of that early age up. Let's check in, though, with Louis and see how he's doing on the north side of the map at the moment. So we don't see any lumber camp coming up. He's just only dropped the house down. Obviously, has the dock down here, and just going to work off those straggler trees to start off. Definitely makes a lot of sense. You don't really have the wood to be able to afford going into the lumber camp at this stage of the game. But have a look at this. We got something even a little bit more different. He's going into a forge, and this is quite early for the forge. I'm very curious about this. So Louis now dropping down the forge, rushing this up. 3 villagers going to be looking to put this down here. I wonder what this is all about. So he's only put in a couple of fishing boats here, not really looking to commit heavily. And maybe that's part of his plan. Maybe he knows that, look, he's going up against the Ayyubids. They're going to be pretty talented when it comes to the water. Don't bother committing. Just let them have it. Maybe that's the mindset here. And if that is the mindset, then that's probably a good mindset, because it's going to be difficult for him to hold it. And if he does, I'll be curious to see how he does it. So now the age up for Demu is going to be on the cards. The main one that we're going to be looking at is this one right here, Culture Wing Advancement, which reduces the time that it takes to age up as well as the cost. A very affordable age up. And now we start to see those fishing boats slowly but steadily rallying out. You can see that Louis got only the one villager on the wood for the moment. We'll check in with that villager, and you can see, I wouldn't be surprised if he drops it off when it reaches 5 wood here, just so that he can get in that next fishing boat. Looks like he's just going to be carrying it through, though. And let's check in now. Looks like Demu has clicked that age up button. There it is, indeed, the Culture Wing Advancement. Now on the way through. 52 seconds ago, 50 seconds. It is a pretty quick, this is an insanely quick age up. 4 minutes before 4 minutes is absolutely wild. But the fact that we're on water as well, it's just ludicrous how quick he's able to do this. Only the 3 fishing boats as well for the moment. And I guess that's all you need at this stage. Ideally, you just want to get up as quickly as you can, win the water, and then you can look to take advantage of this. And you can probably justify moving up to something like 10 to 15 fishing boats quite easily out here with this. At least 15, I would say. But we do now start to see the Coca Township coming in. What does Louis have planned? Oh, I see what Louis got planned. Okay, I'm liking the look of this. Have a look at this. So, Louis is going to be going for Shinobi early on. Now, one of the keys with the Shinobi is that it has the ability to disable a building. So, if I read this correctly, Louis is aiming to get Shinobis out onto the map, look to nullify this dock from doing any sort of damage, any sort of business out here, and then look to try and get his own water presence. I suspect that's what he's going for. But the age ups now come through for Demu. We're right on board with him as he looks to begin putting pressure out towards that northern side of the pond. You can see he's got the Dow in queue at the moment. 12 seconds to go before it's through. Louis still at the moment in the Dark Age. 7 villagers on the age up. You can see just how powerful this is. Now, we did a landmark tier list recently, and I specifically called this this age up out for the Ayyubids and said on water particularly, this is quite strong. And now we get to see in full force how damn good this is. The second dock now coming up as well means that Louis is not going to have any chance when it comes to dealing with both of those docks. And Demu able to deny this out completely. We see no villagers on the shoreline, and now just a single dock on this north side. And you can't help but feel like Louis just already given up here. And where does he go from here? I mean, there's a number of ways that you can look to approach this realistically. But for me, personally, the best way is that you want to move into something like cavalry and just to try and persuade the enemy to kind of stay in their base for a little bit, and then behind that, you need to expand. You need to get town centers up. So whether Louis looks to do that, we'll have to wait and see, but it looks like the fishing boat did get taken out here. So he's got literally nothing over here worth his while. And I'm curious to see if Demo is going to... Yeah, Demo's going to continue investing in DAOs at this point, which is interesting to see, but it does kind of make sense just to make sure that you don't lose out on that position. But now Louis looking to come across the map. He's got the Shinobi here, followed up by the Scout. You can see the Shinobi now going to be taking on the form of Demu's villager, seeing if it can run into the base here without being detected. And you can see all of the villagers just moving back. We've got immediately the villagers looking to rush up the archery range here, and now Demo just sitting out here. Well, he's not really sitting out here. He's just kind of, hey guys, you guys want to be you guys want to be friends? And he's going to run through and just throw down the torch on the mining camp here, making sure that the building is sabotaged. But back over on that east side, we now see it looks like a war junk's going to be coming out for Louis. So Demu's definitely got the advantage here, but he's not looking to really push it. And I think that there's something to be said about this. It does make sense. You want to avoid over-investing in the water. But at the same time, you need to be careful of a war junk popping out and turning the tides of battle. So immediately you'd expect that Demo's going to fall back from here and look to train up a demo ship instead. And that demo ship is going to be able to easily take out the war junk. And it should hopefully turn the tides of battle once again. But we'll have to wait and see how it goes. And it looks like we've had another Shinobi attack out here. There it is. There it is once again. The Shinobi haunting Demo at the moment. You can see that he is he's slowly and steadily sieging this down. Still no sign of a demo ship just yet. Did I say demo ship? A demo ship? Just, yeah, a demo ship. There's no sign of a demo ship either. I mean, demo has got shipped out here. We'll say that much. There's the second down now joining on the party. Is he looking to try and bait him in here? Now, we still can't see that that ship coming through at this stage. Demo maybe thinking about going Castle Age. I mean, there's a lot of food stacked up here. Second Shinobi coming out. It looks like the double Shinobi going to be making sure... Oh, all right, then. How do you like having 16 range over there? It's not too bad, I guess. But I do like the use of the Shinobi early on, and I wonder if it cancels out any emplacements. You can see that he's trying to actually get the explosive Dow out. Not going to be able to find it here, as immediately Louis is fighting back on water. This was not something I expected. I thought he'd pretty much given up at this point. But it was just... I don't know whether it was necessarily a bait, but it definitely didn't feel like he was going particularly hard. And Louis now just camping it out with the secondary explosive junk, just slowly and steadily cleaning up the water. And was this a case of... I'm almost tempted to say, like, you know, from what Demo was doing was making sense, right? Like, you don't want to overcommit on water. You don't want to go absolutely balls to the walls. But at the same time, you still got to respect what your opponent's up to. And now, all of a sudden, the advantage is in favor of Louis. So there you go, nice little outplay early on in this game. Let's check in with Demo and see how he's doing on the south side of the map, playing as the Ayyubids, the Ayyubids. I just call them the Ayyubids, like it's the meme, it's the alien meme, the A's, Lamau, it's all that good stuff. Desert Raider now going to be coming out, looking to try and put on some pressure towards that scout. Say, get out from here. Meanwhile, towards the north side of the map, we start to see the numbers beginning to build up. Louis, he's got a fair bit of stone in the bank here. 5 villagers on stone. It could be an indicator that he's thinking about moving into a second TC. Alternative is that he looks to try and upgrade that town center. Look to pick up the Daimyo Manor. The Daimyo Manor. Tell you what, I think, I don't know if our accent's different, but we say Menor. Like, if someone was to say, where are they from? Where do they live? They live in a Menor. Like that. That's how I would pronounce it. I don't pronounce it manor. But I don't know. Am I just getting it wrong? I thought it was M-A-N-O-R. That's literally how we pronounce manor. I don't know, man. Everyone's memeing me about my pronunciation of the word manor, or menor, which is how I actually pronounce it. Wait, I don't know whether these are real villagers or whether these are Shinobis. It looks like they are all Shinobis down here just running together hand in hand. I tell you what, you'd be definitely clued in if you saw this happening. Now, keep in mind that with your Shinobi abilities, you don't have the option of stacking those up on the same building over and over and over again. When it comes to the sabotage, you can just use it once, and then you got to wait for it to come off cooldown for that building, and then you can use it again. So you can't really smash out a whole bunch of damage. But have a look at this. Demo gonna be forced back once again on this north side of the water. We got ourselves a decent little fight happening over this, and you can see Louis now with the stone for that expansion town center. It is going to be viable for him to move into that. I think that's definitely the right call. We want to move off water here. Walls beginning to come up as well for Demo. Keep in mind that you've now got these new wall segments that prevent chop throughs. Not only that, but you can't actually chop through anymore. They made it so... Oh. Are they real villagers? I see, now I don't know. Are these Shinobis? I think they're Shinobis, but how did you kill this many Shinobis this far away? I guess we should have been paying attention rather than looking at the walls back here. But now, that push out going to come through. How many Shinobis in play at the moment? None actually in play here for Louis. So he's lost a whole bunch. I tell you what, I'm a little bit disappointed in myself that I missed those Shinobis going down. I'm curious how it would have happened, but I suspect the Dow's probably got a nice long-range hit. And oh my god, the explosive damage comes in and just takes out the entire fleet here. And Demu's going to be all of a sudden in a decent position. I didn't think that this was going to be the case early on. It looked like Louis had managed to get back onto the water quite successfully. What? Get out of town. Hold on. This has got 35 bow attack. Can it hit units? No. Hold on. What? There's no way. Ain't no way. What? It says it only attacks ships. But how did that hit the wolf? You guys saw that as well, right? It literally fired its arrow out, hit the wolf, took it out. Okay, fair enough. Louis, do your thing, girl. Do your thing, honey. All right, let's check in. Let's see how Louis is doing, actually. We'll focus in on this north side. Second town center. Surely coming up any second now. Any second now. He's got 2 vills on stone. Where did all that stone go? Because he had plenty of stone before. He had enough for that second TC. Now he's going to have enough. No, he doesn't have his wheelbarrow in yet. Wheelbarrow on the way for Demu, but Louis got nothing. There we go. Now he's got enough. So could be looking for it. But Desert Raiders coming out onto the map. Keep in mind these guys are very, very strong. Incredibly effective up against cavalry units. That's the thing to note. If you've got horsemen against these guys, the horsemen get absolutely destroyed. So don't even try and play it. Second TC now coming in on that hunt at the north side. And the Shin-Shun. I was going to call it the Shunpo. Why is it Shunpo? Where do I know that from? The Shunpo? Is that maybe like a League of Legends move? Anyway, that is the Shun-Shin. There we go. Almost got it right. Slowly but steadily pushing back these camels, saying, get out of here. This ain't the desert, my friend. It is rather deserted, but there's no sand in these areas. At least, this isn't even sand, really. This is just kind of rocks. Yeah, you couldn't really... Yeah, it's not desert. You guys are not welcome around these parts. We'll say that much. But upgrades starting to come through here for Louis. We do see the unique wheelbarrow upgrade was coming through to Tawara. But he switched it out for survival techniques, looking to get in on this hunt. He's got plenty of deer up here and lots of food accessible to him. This is going to last him a good 4 or 5 minutes easily with the amount of vills he's got here. So, very smart move. But let's have a look and see how he's able to utilize the Shinobi early on and whether he's able to close the gap. And boom, they come through. But sorry, mate, the Desert Raiders just a little bit too quick. They've still got their swords out rather than their arrows or their bows. Managing to get a couple of shots in on these villagers. He's going to have to move them back. And now coming in for the next Shunshin. Still got about a 50% on the cooldown here. He's just going to walk up to them instead. Fair enough. And out on the ocean. That's where the main focus is going to be. We can see the Demu's got some decent numbers out here. It's a bit hard to tell because it's orange versus red. But overall, you can assume the ones on the bottom are going to be Demu's and the ones on the top are going to be Louis. And Louis definitely down to his last war junk at the moment compared to his opponent who's sitting on 2 and 2 when it comes to the arrow ships and the archer ships, I think they're called. Springled ships, arrow ships. Let's go with that. That probably makes a bit more sense. All right, so Demu working towards an age up. Never mind. Demu already aging up. He's already clicked up 8 villagers. Going to be the way that he looks to approach heading to Castle Age. And this is a smart move, right? He's already got a pretty decent lead. And this is equivalent to almost having a second TC for 3 minutes. That's a lot of villagers that are coming in right there. 8 villagers. That'll definitely take his economic lead to the next level. And that's going to be a decent way to match Louis and this second town center. It means that there's going to be less time, or rather, it's going to take more time for that town center to pay off for Louis, or at least for him to catch up to his opponent, and then he's going to exceed him. You're going to be talking, it's quite a while. Age up now comes through. There are those villagers immediately hitting the gold vein. You can see a beautiful little villager lead that he's got now. 14 villagers. So it's going to take quite some time for him to catch. Probably just under 5 minutes and he'll be caught up. But now all of a sudden demo ships come through. Nice little explosions coming in. But once again, Louis out here fighting. I'm impressed that he's managed to stay on water for this long up against the Ayyubids. But now, once again, the fire returns. And I think the most important thing is that the game is getting to a stage now, 14 minutes in, where neither player has lost the water and neither player has won the water. But you can definitely say that Demu has pulled an advantage from the water. He has maintained constant fishing boats over the last, say, 10, 12 minutes. He's had fishing boats, and his opponent hasn't. So even though they've both been fighting on the water, only one of them's really gained an advantage. So definitely in favor of Demu at this stage of the game. But a couple more Shinobis looking to run their way away from Demu. So get out of here. Get out of my face. Go back to your base. And now we've got these upgrades coming through. It's going to be the Daimyo Manor coming in for Louis MT in the north on that second TC. It definitely makes sense. So for anybody who is... Oof. So anyone who's going for a second TC as the Japanese, I'll give you this little piece of advice. Where possible, look to try and get your Daimyo Manor upgrade on your secondary TC rather than on your primary TC. Your primary town center has got 7,000 health already. This thing ain't fallen over easily. Whereas the secondary town center only starts with 2,500 health. So there's a huge difference between those two. We're talking 4,500 health. So one of the ways that you can reduce the risk associated with this second town center is to make sure that you've got the Daimyo Palace upgrade. Now, in addition to that, we want to make sure that if we're going to do that, we avoid building things like landmarks, but too close to the town center, because we want to make sure that we've got plenty of space for farms around this town center, because that's where that bonus is going to be coming in. That extra 25, 50, it's 75% bonus. That's where it comes in. But now we see the floating gate coming in for Louis, one of the best landmarks there is available right now in this expansion pack, or at least from the new civilizations. I love this landmark. I think it's absolutely amazing. The ability to scale throughout the entire game is amazing. It just gives you incredible flexibility as you go later and later into the game. And have a look at this. Have we got some Bugattis coming out? No, wait, they're samurai. They're samurai. I thought they were on a... I thought they were Bugaisha, but they are not. Age Up comes through. Needs to be looking to place these down. Where does he go? He's got a couple of options. He could put them in the town centers. That's definitely one of the ways that he could go. But he's picked up the Yorishiro, holding on to it. I wonder what happens if the Shinto priest dies while it's holding a Yorishiro. Well, I guess we might find out here, because he's under decent pressure. Villager's going to have to make a run for it. Unfortunately, Louis is losing out plenty of vills here. He's down to 5 between the difference, or the difference between them is only 5. But that's going to continue to expand as more villagers go down. It looks like he's also got archers in the wood line. Villager migration happening everywhere. More and more samurai is going to be coming to the fore here. The Katana Bannerman together, looking to try and deal with this attack. He's not doing too badly, I'll be honest, and places the Yorishiro in the forge. This is very bold to do that in front of your enemy, because the Yorishiro is quite difficult to see. So the only indicator that there is a Yorishiro in this building is this little thing on the edge of the building. If you look at a normal forge over here, it's a bit hard, but there's nothing on that corner. That's the difference. Did we miss the Shinto priest? Where's the Shinto priest? That's a villager. Oh god, don't tell me we missed the Shinto priest. Where's the Shinto priest? Is that him? That's the katana. Oh god, we missed it, didn't we? Oh no, we missed it, didn't we? He died. Where's the Yorishiro? Where's the Yorishiro? It's not in the town center. It's not in the house. It's not in the house. It's not in the outpost. There's one here in the forge. Not in the farmhouse. Not in that farmhouse. Not in the lumber camp. Wait. There's a Shinto priest here. Oh, where did he go? Oh, he got it into the forge. All right, I didn't see. He's got it in the second forge as well. Wonderful. Okay, he knows what he's doing. That's great to see. Definitely the right call to be putting these in the forges. That's good. So for anybody wondering or playing along, oh my god, never mind. We'll talk about that later. Why are there so many veteran desert raiders here? This is ludicrous. Look how many units he's got. How much? Can I just check how much these units cost? This is insanity. 80, 50, 50. That's a cool cost. They're kind of like a Zhukanu, just more expensive. Wow, that's pretty expensive though. 180 resources. I mean, compared to like what, a horseman? Horseman's 120. So you're paying a decent amount for these units. Veterancies come through. I'm curious to see whether he's picked up +2 ranged attack as well. But now the villagers look like they could be in trouble. He's going to try and surround them. We see the Shinto shrine going to be coming in for him, wanting to pick up these relics. His opponent's already picked up 2. Now he's going to be looking to pick up his first one. Once again, the villagers on the run. You can see he's done a bit of a tough... He's got a bit of a hard job here. Now starting that wall off, definitely the right call in this situation. He just can't rebuild it. Feels like he's under constant pressure, constant threat. And now the samurai's coming in. They say, hey, you want to fight? Let's do it. Getting them in on the front line. Relic's going to come in. He drops the Shinto priest into the TC. He says, good luck trying to get that one out, mate. Very well played from Louis. And let's ride on board with Demo. Now, as he tries to get this raiding force out. There's plenty of spears following him. Lots of vills up here. It looks like he's going to open on them. Indeed he does. Now the villagers making a bit of a run for it. They still manage to stay alive for the most part. Louis with a slight disadvantage on that villager count, but keep in mind, he is 2 town centers against 1, but not for long as the second TC for Demu has come up as well. Where is he rallying this bad boy to? He's heading out towards gold. So looking to focus towards that center of the map. I'd love to see him gather up some stone and potentially throw a keep down in the middle here. A really pivotal position. Allows you to take control of the sacred site, allows you to take control of the gold, and then leverage a keep to control additional gold sources as well. So always advantageous to get control in the middle. But demo ship comes in, hits the triple. Oh, baby, a triple. Mom, get the camera. Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. And demo gets cleaned up there. A single demo ship able to destroy his hopes and dreams on the water. But I tell you what, at this point in the game, the water is irrelevant. It is absolutely irrelevant. It is just, it's such a small portion of the game now. Early on, the water is everything. You lose the water, you lose the game. But at this point, you know, 20 minutes through, you can afford to lose it. You're not scared. You're not worried. Worst case scenario, congratulations. Your enemy's just got a suboptimal form of gathering food for the rest of the game. Wow. Good job. It's nothing exciting. It's nothing to write home about. And I wouldn't be surprised even with this that you would see Louis not train fishing boats out here just because you don't really... I mean, you probably could at this stage and then just delete them as the game goes on just because they aren't the most efficient form once we do get to the late game. When you're talking about, you know, 75% gather rate on your farms, yeah, it's not as efficient. Third TC now coming through for Demu. Also looking to pick up Sacred Site victory timers. Less than 10 minutes to go, as the timer has now been captured, and quite a force he's got here as well. Desert Raiders, together with the crossbows, and a single dervish. I like the red. Honestly, the red dervish looks really cool. Have a look at that. It's got great cover on its unit. Really, really nice looking unit. And now, bit of an awkward spot here as Louis is trying to add in farms onto this Daimyo Palace, which has picked up the second tier upgrade, but he's only got the 2 farms. And that's the problem, because you want as many farms around this bad boy as you can. With placing the floating gate here, you're not going to be able to throw down, you know, if this wasn't here, you could have put down your farm, you could have put down a mill, put down another ring of farms around it, and get that big bonus. But you're not going to be able to do that now. And you could look to try and place it around the main TC, and you can see he's got so much space around that main TC, but he doesn't have the Daimyo upgrade. So it's one of those things where you really need to be careful about your base building with the Japanese. Louis now under pressure, and that keep is going to be coming down a little bit more forward than what I expected. I thought he'd be going on the sacred side, but he says, you know what? I've got space. I'm going to go for it a little bit further up. And now beginning to push into the base. A couple of villagers on the woodline, unfortunately, going to be going the way of the dodo. There is no way out for these guys, unfortunately. Dervish still here on standby. Remember, it does have the ability to do the mass heal. Keep is up, online. More Shinobi looking to come out here. The army isn't the biggest at the moment for Louis. He has a Mangonel in queue. Could make the difference. He's got his enemy locked into his base. Keep that in mind. Stone walls. Palisade walls. The question's going to be about whether he thinks he can take the fight. If he does, could spoil the end of Demu's game. Is he going to let him get out, though? If he's able to get to the keep, it could be difficult. Mangonel shot comes off, and now the Camel Raiders, the Desert Raiders going to come through. Plenty of spears here. They want to be careful not to get too close, but big shot comes in onto the crossbows. Just remember, we've got access to the Dervish. We've got access to mass heal if we need it, and I suspect that's exactly what the Doctor has ordered. Let's see if Demu clues in on this unique unit and its unique ability to do a mass heal. Come on, Demu. Show us what you got. I want to see those little heals. There we go. There's the first of the healing. Can we get some mass heals? If he's just going to do it one by one. I mean, each to their own. Oh. I'm getting a bit excited. There's movement. There's movement in the forces. Never mind. It's only because we've got more unit up towards this north side. Villagers now going to be going down on the gold mine. Mangonel fires off. It's a big shot. Only looks to hit 1 or 2 of those crossbows. And now the spears together with the samurai looking to chase away all of these units. The crossbow have been split up from the cavalry. And now you've got yourself a problem because the Mangonel's free to shoot that cavalry, or free to shoot those units. The problem that you're going to have is how do you deal with this cavalry that chases you down and counters anything that can catch it? This is the part that I don't get about these units. They're kind of wild. They are camels that counter cavalry. So how do you deal with them? We had the same question earlier today when I was casting another game. I said to myself, how do you counter the Camel Lancer? How do you counter the Desert Raider? Both of these units are fast units that counter cavalry. This specific unit has a bonus against cavalry. It also has Camel Unease. It's incredibly good at raiding. I just don't know. I don't know the answer. We'll work it out eventually, though. And of course, Spearman. Was there a Yorishiro in there? I think there was a Yorishiro in there. Oh, he'd put the Yorishiro in. Look, you can see on the corner, it's got the little animation of the Yorishiro. If we have a look at a forge, so as an example, this forge right here has got that. Whereas, are there any forges that don't? Oh, that big mistake. There's the Yorishiro coming through now. Where's he looking to put it? Is he just going to rebuild the forge and then put it in again? Oh, okay. So for anyone playing along at home, the best thing you can do in this situation is rebuild your forge in the back of your base, somewhere safe, like here, or here, or here, and then put the Yorishiro in. Wait, did he already put the Yorishiro in the forge already? Looks like the camels managed to get caught, or the Desert Raiders rather, have been caught. A little bit of a raid behind enemy lines. Oh, it's the Onibagasha! They're going for a run right now. Let's take a look and see how they're doing. I'm just going to quickly check on that forge. There it is, and the Yorishiro is already in it, so that answers our question. And now the Onibagasha making a run for it. Let's see how much damage they can do as they are being chased to the ends of the earth. Look at the attacks come through. Spin to win, baby. Spin to win. And there they go. So strong, so fast, so pretty. Villagers get annihilated. The Onibagasha, they take no prisoners. They get just slaughtering out today. They are doing so much damage. Unfortunately, they get completely caught up with by those Desert Raiders. Crossbowmen going to help out a little bit with it as well. But tell you what, when it comes to spinning to win, this is definitely... I feel like I'm watching Swiftblade right now from Hon. They're the good old days. What's Swiftblade called in Dota 2? I always forget. Oh, man. And it's so much more broken in Dota 2 than it is in Hon. I remember in Hon, it was like, yeah, it's good for like the first 6 levels of the game, and then it just falls off completely. Whereas in Dota 2, you know what? I'm not gonna remember. Juggernaut. I remembered. Ha! Juggernaut. Juggernaut, dude. How crazy was Juggernaut? Whew, man. That was a hero. I'll say that much. But speaking of heroes, look at these right now. 2 of the largest, in-chargest heroes of the game, finding their way into the enemy base. The Sultan towers. A third one looking to join in as well. Trebuchet working down this keep slowly but steadily. Over from the left of the screen. Tower of the Sultan knocking on the doors of the Japanese base. Is anybody home? The Shinobis, naturally, are nowhere to be seen. There are, however, many villagers. And they're your friends. But now, coming through. Looks like a little bit of a funnel might happen here. Big damage coming in. Mangonels are out. He's got 2 of them. Third tower of the Sultan comes through. There's not a lot of infantry here to defend this. But at the same time, the cavalry doesn't really seem that overwhelmingly strong. Springalds looking to try and make their way through. You can see them turning around. Able to take out that first Mangonel. Crossbow mass is beginning to build. And now that main town center is under pressure. Sorry, I had to. Pressure right now is coming down on Louis. Coming down on MT. This is not looking good right now for Louis. He's trying his best to hold on, but at the end of the day, I think that Demu's just got the numbers. He's going to continue to push up here, able to take out that trebuchet. 3 shots. Boom, that's it, baby. And good night, sweet prince. The Ayyubids able to convert here once again. 2 landmarks have been taken out. The third one is now in his sights. I'm just going to quickly check. Have we got the sacred site still ticking? Sacred site's not ticking. It looks like we did get one neutralized down in this corner. Look at you. Look at the little Shinobi just Shinobiing over the walls. You just know he was doing that. You can do that, by the way, for anybody wondering. So now the final defense. Is he going to be able to hold it? Looks like he got a pretty decent farming economy up in the end. I don't think it's going to matter. The Tower of the Sultan. Oh, he's got the defensive rocket barrage. Looking to try and focus down these units. Comes in, looks for a bit of a repair on the floating gate. It's the last landmark. If he keeps it alive, and never mind, it's not going to matter. The game is called and Demu is victorious. Louis MT putting up a decent fight, but in the end, it goes over to the Ayyubids. Fellas, thank you so much for watching this casted game. I hope you've enjoyed. Make sure, if you haven't already, give that Sultan's Ascend a purchase. It is 100% worth it. There's so much new content here. Make sure you check it out.